Welcome back to No Limits Wrestling Live. We're only 2 episodes away from Heatwave. And speaking of Heatwave, at that pay-per-view event, this man, Mr. Money in the Bank, AJ Styles, could be heading in as the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, because tonight he is impressed, along with another man, Hernandez. Tonight AJ Styles will go one-on-one with Hernandez to determine a number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and it's well known AJ Styles' problems with Shawn Michaels recently. He's going to have to get his head focused for his chance tonight. And another man who has a chance tonight is the man who's going to face Raven for the NLW Hardcore Championship right now. There you see the guy who this past week beat both members of the Brood along with R-Truth the week before, and he has been on a roll ever since Sacrifice, where he successfully retained his Hardcore Championship against John Cena in Barbed Wire Massacre. He is still reeling from that victory, and even this past week we didn't think he could do it when the odds were stacked against him. It was essentially a handicap matchup against both members of the Brood, and Raven came out on top. And then at the end of that matchup on Metal, Mr. Anderson came out and confronted him face to face. We don't know why, but obviously Mr. Anderson has his motives, I suppose, but nevertheless, Raven has to refocus his attention to this man, Billy Kidman. Tonight, he aims to take the Hardcore Championship from Raven and taste his first NLW gold in this company. And he already is in the ring, and already he goes after Raven with a swift, massive super kick and a frost kick. And look at that again, a massive DDT by Kidman. He is determined to take the Hardcore title tonight, as is every superstar in this company. Everybody wants some sort of gold around their waist, and Kidman may very well have it here tonight. However, if Raven can beat John Cena, R-Truth and the Brood in the space of just over a week, then I don't like Kidman's chances, but you never know. Because Raven, he could have an off day, but he is difficult to stop at the moment. And as mentioned before, Mr. Anderson this past week on Metal came out at the conclusion of his matchup. We don't know why, but maybe we'll get answers here tonight, who knows. Nevertheless, Raven still taking on Kidman here with a drop toe hold into that steel chair. Remember, in this Hardcore title matchup, falls do count anywhere. There are no disqualifications or countouts. Raven went for the suplex, but got reversed with a neck breaker with the back of his head, slamming hard against that steel chair. And now Billy Kidman asking what he has to do to defeat Raven right here. Looks as if he's using that chair for a shield, but instead gets it kicked right in his face. And Raven, the bizarre one, is on the outside right now. And even in the Hardcore title match, it doesn't matter. And look at this, goes for a crossbody over the top, but a traffic cone of all items. I don't know, these Hardcore matches get out of control and a bit crazy and wild fast. And now you see Kidman sent over the steel steps on a night where we will see the first ever confrontation debate between CM Punk and Sting. That is still to come tonight. But right now, Raven is focused on pinning Billy Kidman as he slams him on that chain link fence. I don't know where he got it from. I suppose it's from the set. I would imagine so, but anything can be used in these Hardcore matches, especially there you see that plastic traffic cone. I don't know how much damage that's actually going to do, but it may have distracted him momentarily for that tornado DDT off the apron, but Raven still manages to kick out, and I could have sworn it may have been over right there. Raven has got to be careful. Very careful right here. And now look at this, he's climbed across to the top of that. And oh my, and now pushed off again by Raven. Raven pushed him into the crowd and over the barrier. Kidman in trouble right now as Raven climbs the barrier himself, and he's going into the crowd here. And there you see a massive kick. And what am I talking about? A flipping clothesline out of his boots, and again sent into that steel chain link door in a drop kick by Kidman. Oh my god, it even knocked the door off its hinges. And now Kidman has that door held. What the hell's he doing? It looks like they're going into the boiler room now. Exiting the arena and going straight into the boiler room and dropping all of his weight. Oh, that 200 pounds crashing onto that door and onto the body of Raven, possibly winning him now. And he's got a table in that boiler room now. And Raven is in trouble. Kidman sees the ladder. He knows he's going to take some high risks, and he's done that in the past. But what the hell does Raven have to do? He's in prone position right now. Oh my! That may do it. Fire extinguisher in their eyes, and now he's caught out. And the Raven effect by Raven on that concrete. And Raven retains his hardcore title. Putting out the fire there. At least in his mind. Flipping out. Could have blinded him. But his face is covered in that fire extinguisher. And now that was exactly what he had to do. Kidman not as used to these hardcore matches as Raven. That may have played an important factor, but the fact of the matter is, it was this fire extinguisher shot, all the foam and everything, clouding up the cameraman's view as well, and then, when the smoke cleared, it was Raven with that Raven effect and picking up the victory in this hardcore title bout. Well, a lack of experience in this kind of matchup may have done it for Kidman, but Raven is still your champ. Oh my god, wait a minute, what the hell's this? And that mic check through the table, and what the hell's he doing here? Well, we've mentioned before that Mr. Anderson was seen on metal at the conclusion of Raven's hardcore title matchup then. But what the hell's he doing out here now? We just assaulted him in the boiler room, and what is Mr. Anderson's problem? I mean, he was eliminated from that battle royal by Raven, but what the hell's on his mind now, and why did he attack Raven? Who the hell knows?
As the heat is on, the temperature rises. Under the sweltering summer sun comes an event so intense, you may be burned. There are no restrictions. It's all about the fight. You guys might want to get an ice pack, 'cause there's gonna be a heat wave.
And Heatwave is only 2 weeks away, 2 episodes away. In fact, the main event has already been set. CM Punk gonna go one-on-one with Sting at that event, and they are later here tonight, gonna be face-to-face in the middle of the ring. But right now, 2 of the best in the X Division will be face-to-face, and tonight they will be fighting. This is a non-title matchup for Austin Aries, who after last week has a lot of explaining to do and has a lot to catch up on. In fact, last week, Austin Aries lost his first match in NLW to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy picking up a non-title victory over Austin Aries. And earlier tonight we saw that Austin Aries was in the backstage looking on a monitor, we imagine, at Sin Cara beating Jeff Hardy. But this X Division is so unpredictable, anything could happen. In fact, here tonight, do you think that Daniels could get lucky? Or maybe even win this matchup here tonight? Anything could happen here in the X Division, and it certainly has done tonight. Christopher Daniels hopes to stake claim to being the #1 contender for Austin Aries with a victory here tonight, but it's not going to be easy despite what Austin Aries thinks. Austin Aries last week lost to Jeff Hardy, and tonight he was going to be more determined than ever, you feel, to defeat Daniels here. But we shall see as this matchup gets underway. Austin Aries and Daniels going one-on-one for the first time ever here on No Limits Wrestling. And as they lock up right now and set it over, and again, look at that. Clipping him round the ears there, and again sent into the corner, and now punishing him right now is Daniels. And last week, Christopher Daniels, after his matchup with Sin Cara, which he lost, did in fact go on the offensive and attack Sin Cara. In fact, as has been mentioned throughout the night, had a breakdown essentially. And then that meant that later on in that night, in that Battle Royal, Daniels, after he was already eliminated, hit Aries off the ring post at the ringside, and now he's getting his vengeance as he tries to go after Daniels, but Daniels had that one scouted, but not that one. Not that time. He's reversed into the corner, and now a kick right to the side of the skull of Daniels, and now Aries, where he is comfortable, but he's not comfortable anymore. I was about to say, and now an uppercut. And now it looks as if Aries is in a lot of trouble here. The X Division champion, look at this. And now Daniels kicking the hell out of him. And a much different reaction for Christopher Daniels than it was last week. Last week it was all cheers. This week it's all boos. Especially after the way he attacked both Sin Cara and Austin Aries last week. And now look at this vicious Irish whip into the corner and picking him up again and delivering a suplex to Austin Aries. Our X Division champion is the only X Division champion in this company thus far, and he would like to keep it that way, but it's not going to be easy as he drives the back of his head right into his knee. And now it looks as if Aries is in a lot of trouble right now. And you wouldn't have expected this, but recently hasn't had a lot of luck. As mentioned before, lost to Jeff Hardy last week and is looking to get back on track here. He hit a devastating knee to the skull of Daniels and now going to go after him again, but he's sent out of the ring and pulled out of the ring by Daniels. And Daniels is on the apron now, and it looks as if he wants to do something. Go for a springboard moonsault, but lands on his feet. Aries is in the ring, runs off the ropes, and a dive through the ropes. Suicide dive through the first rope. And that certainly popped this audience. Daniels is on the floor, and Aries certainly soaking up the atmosphere here tonight. On a night where we've still got so much to happen, including The Undertaker versus The Big Show, the NWO. You got to imagine what they're going to be feeling like, and I've got to imagine what Daniels is feeling like right now, especially after that dive through the ropes. He's on the floor, and now Daniels is in the ring and sent off the post again, and now sent over, but another punch sends him down. And Aries, and look at this springboard, and that is amazing. What agility by Austin Aries, and that is why he's the X Division champion. And now a sunset flip, here's a cover, but another cover by Daniels could catch him out here, but no. Only a 2 count, and now on the back foot again, sending him down with that knee, and now picks him up and sends him right back down to where he started. Daniels is picking up steady momentum, and he knows what he wants to go for. He wants to go for that BME, that best moonsault ever, and it may very well happen right now. Goes for it, but lands on his feet. Moves out of the way, does Aries, and a kick to the groin. And now, oh my god, what a missile drop kick. Sending him flipping torpedo-like. And the way that Daniels flipped in mid-air and essentially got flung across the ring. And now he's running across the ring and a massive drop kick. And this may be it, the brainbuster, no, a DDT reversal. And I could have sworn it was over there, and it would have been had Aries managed to hit that brainbuster. And you gotta say, Daniels is certainly performing a lot better than he did last week. I'll tell him that, but he went for the BME and got called out by Aries. And Aries now wants to put it away here, maybe with a 450, is he? He's certainly signalling it. 450 splash, but Daniels had knees up. Daniels had the knees up, and the win goes to Daniels. What the hell's this? Oh my god. Well, we told you anything could happen in the X Division. One shock upset victory here tonight happened at the hands of Sin Cara over Jeff Hardy, and now yet again in the X Division, Daniels has beaten Aries, and for a second week in a row, Austin Aries has been beaten 1-2-3. Well, Aries did manage to stop that BME, but he could not stop the knees, driving right into his stomach on that 450, and then immediately going for the cover, not waiting at all. And that is really what did it, the emergency that he went for, and immediately covered him. And well, he's certainly not modest. He is certainly not modest whatsoever, and why wouldn't he be even? The fact of the matter is, his first victory in quite a while, and Daniels has picked it up. In fact, it's one of the most important of his career thus far, and Jeff Hardy's beaten Aries, and so has Daniels. Christopher Daniels has pinned the X Division champion here tonight, and Austin Aries, he can't believe it, he's in the ring, he's shell-shocked. But the fact is, Daniels is going back a happy guy. What is this going to do for him? And he's going to go back and celebrate, no doubt.
I've seriously underestimated you as a performer. I'm going to openly admit that now, and I'm very sorry. But out there, regardless of how you won, you seized the opportunity I gave you, and I respect that. But you're not the only one to have done that recently. Now last week was you at your worst. Bitching and moaning, having that mental breakdown last week didn't help your case in any way whatsoever. And then attacking Aries in that Battle Royal last week. But tonight was the Christopher Daniels that I know, and the reason that I signed you here. Because you are one of the greatest performers in the world today, and you've proved that. Now, if this Christopher Daniels could show up more often, then maybe you'd get somewhere here. Now I fully feel that you deserve an X Division Championship matchup against Austin Aries after you beat him just then. So it's going to happen at Heatwave. But don't get me wrong, you're not the only one to have impressed me. Jeff Hardy also beat Austin Aries last week, so surely he deserves a shot at Heatwave. As a matter of fact, Sin Cara beat both you and Jeff Hardy, so doesn't that make him a #1 contender? Look, what's going to happen at Heatwave is going to be a fatal 4-way matchup for the X Division Championship. It's going to be Austin Aries defending against you, Christopher Daniels, Jeff Hardy, and Sin Cara, with a slight twist. You want the belt so badly, you four are going to have to beat each other up for it. For only the second time ever in NLW, the X Division Championship at Heatwave is going to be defended in an Ultimate X match. You climb the truss, you climb across the ropes, hanging above the ring, and then and only then, if you're able to retrieve the championship belt from the center, you are declared the X Division champion. Hardy, Aries, Daniels, Sin Cara, all of you will compete for the championship at Heatwave. And if this Christopher Daniels shows up, then he may very well be the one to be walking out of Heatwave as the X Division champion. Just think about that.
Well, my God, what a matchup that's just been made. Fatal 4-way for the X Division title at Heatwave. Ultimate X, Hardy, Daniels, Aries, and Sin Cara. And as if Austin Aries wasn't angry enough tonight, now he's lost to Daniels, he's got to put his title in another high-risk situation at Heatwave. And you want to talk about high-risk situations? This is a guy who gets in them daily. Mr. Money in the Bank, AJ Styles, has yet to cash in that championship. In fact, not even cash in that briefcase yet to win a championship. It's been over a year, and when the hell is AJ finally going to do it? When is he going to cash in that briefcase and challenge for the world title? It may be never at this point. The fact of the matter is, he's held onto that briefcase for months now, and the question is, when's he going to cash it in? And if that wasn't enough, right now he's got an Intercontinental #1 contenders match, and the fact that he's got Shawn Michaels in his mind from last week. We'll talk about that in a minute, but right now here is his opponent, Supermex, one half of the Filthy Animals, Hernandez, and he's about to make his way to the ring to a chorus of cheers, led by his manager, Rey Mysterio Jr., with his crutch in hand. Can't compete, as you know, because of a back injury he sustained over a year ago, but he is here to support his friend and maybe manage Hernandez to flip an Intercontinental title match. You never know. And this is, as stated before, a #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental title. AJ Styles going one-on-one with Hernandez, and the reason this matchup came about is you see Chavo and Rey keeping up to date with Hernandez and supporting him in his corner right now. And Styles already trying to get the upper hand on Supermex, and look at this, already going after him immediately, but pushed away, and my God, that is the power of Supermex. They don't call him that for nothing. That's 280 pounds of raw power, and now look at this, and now he's pissed off. A clubbering shot across the back of the skull, and here's a cover, but a kick out just at 2 by Hernandez. And both of these men have impressed the commissioner, and that is why they are going one-on-one for the Intercontinental title, or at least the opportunity to challenge for the Intercontinental title. The winner of this matchup is going to go on to Heatwave and face Chris Jericho, but which one will it be? Will it be Hernandez or will it be AJ? AJ goes behind, oh my God, what a super kick. What a super kick by Styles, and you got to imagine who that was sent to. That's a message to the man that super kicked him last week, Shawn Michaels. Last week, Shawn Michaels came out to challenge AJ Styles after he was on a wave of momentum, and then AJ Styles cutting him off, but Michaels cutting him off with a sweet chin music, and Hernandez that time cutting him off, sending him right into the corner. And I've got to say that Styles isn't going out for very well for him right now, as Hernandez drops a big knee, but oh my, now he's in a predicament. Now he's in a predicament he may not be able to get out of. The calf killer is locked in and compressing the muscle in his leg. That's enough to take any man down, let alone a tree like Hernandez. And now you see, and now he does get to the ropes, but that calf killer, it does do devastating damage. And you want to talk about devastating damage, talk about that Battle Royal last week. AJ Styles coming out, not even in the matchup, and just deliberately assaulting Shawn Michaels with the briefcase and delivering a Styles Clash on the outside. And with that said, he's probably got that on his mind, but not at the moment as he's hoisted up with a power slam and a kick out by AJ Styles. I mean, Hernandez, you'd think would be the favourite here with all the power that he possesses, but Mr. Money in the Bank isn't any slouch at all, as you see there with that missile dropkick. And now delivering a clubbing forearm shots to the back, sending Hernandez over the top. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and that is the motto that is really playing into effect for AJ Styles right now as he delivers a baseball slide to Hernandez. As Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio look on. The Filthy Animals here to support Hernandez. But right now, an animal-like instincts of Styles to get him back in the ring and work on him again. The winner of this is going to go on and challenge Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title at Heatwave. Is it going to be Styles? It doesn't look it at the moment. A big back body drop reversal by Hernandez. And AJ Styles is in desperate trouble. Dire Straits here. And Supermex is confident, but not so confident after that. That massive Pele kick to the back of the skull of Hernandez. And Supermex is down. In fact, both men are down. Who's going to be able to capitalise on this one? Wait a minute. What? Wait. Oh, we mentioned before how Shawn Michaels was out for blood, was out for vengeance, and AJ Styles knows it, and here he is. We're in the middle of a matchup. What the hell is he doing out here? Shawn Michaels has had his problems with AJ last week. And now Shawn Michaels, after being assaulted last week, distracting AJ, and oh my! What a toss by Hernandez, and he's won! It's over! It's all over! Oh my god. Well, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, HBK, certainly getting the upper hand here tonight with that distraction onto AJ Styles, and just a blank stare of disdain for AJ Styles, and Hernandez celebrates victorious. He is the new #1 contender for the Intercontinental title, and it's going to go on and face Jericho at Heatwave, but this is where it went wrong for Styles. Styles looked to be in control after the Pele, and then Michaels coming out of the back and distracting AJ so that Hernandez could hit that border toss and win the matchup. He holds his briefcase, he's clutching it for dear life, and I don't think AJ Styles, it's not quite sunk in yet. But the three members of the Filthy Animals celebrating on the outside because Hernandez is a new #1 contender, but AJ Styles feels it should have been him. It could very well have been him, but there you see Shawn Michaels on the outside. AJ Styles, oh my, I would not want to be in his shoes right now. He is so angry. He is livid at Shawn Michaels, but to be fair, he had it coming after what happened last week. And now Michaels costing AJ Styles a shot at the IC title, and Hernandez has seized the opportunity and capitalised on it. And still to come tonight, it is going to be another opportunity for The Undertaker to take out one half of the NWO. It's going to be the tag team titles on the line at Heatwave, but Big Show and Undertaker go one-on-one in the next part. And also in the next part is the confrontation that the world has been waiting for. Before they face off at Heatwave, the two men who compete for the world title at Heatwave, Punk and Sting, in the ring for a face-off.